KK, so are you male or female? Basically, my mom's female and my dad is male, so I'm mixed. Hope this helps. Listen, that's what you get for asking weird questions. That's what you get. Because you can just tell this wasn't a polite, hey, how am I supposed to address you? In a, what are your pronouns kind of way question. This question was meant to be rude. As in, no, but what are you really? Like, what's in your pants? More of those kind of vibes. So if you ask questions like that, you're gonna get an answer like this. Deal with it. Hello BabyQueers and welcome back to my channel. It is time for more queer memes. We need to do queer memes. We can't go very long without them. We just can't. But anyways, you know the deal. Before we continue with the memes, y'all gotta get hydrated. So grab some water, or some tea, or whatever else you like to drink. And then we'll continue. Are you hydrated? Good, let's go. I can't wait to disown these assholes. Yeah, same. I love it when queer people claim something that the homophobes made to be super hateful and just make it their own. Because literally, the whole, oh yeah, we gotta protect the kids from the queer agenda is just weird. It's just really weird and hateful. That's all it is. So yeah, because literally, straight people have failed to keep their kids straight forever. And even with those kids only watching like straight content and only like really seeing straight people, queer people have still existed. So the whole shielding them from the gay doesn't work to begin with. It's absolute bullshit. Y'all are just hateful, and your queer kids will still be glad to not have to see you again when they move out. What is gay privilege? Better sex, no accidental kids, date someone your size and double your wardrobe, being able to listen to really good music together because of automatic good taste, not being straight. It's kind of hard to argue with most of these. I have met queer people who did still have a weird taste in music. I don't know how that works. It seems like it shouldn't work, but it did. Which is kind of weird, but okay. But yeah, a lot of the other ones, I can't really argue with it. But to be fair, dating someone your size and doubling your wardrobe would still work if we weren't as weird about gender norms, you know? Because usually what happens is just that the girlfriend steals the boyfriend's hoodie or like sweaters and stuff. But still, if you date someone that's like your size, you can still double your wardrobe even if you're not dating someone of the same gender. I didn't wake up one morning and chose to be gay. I chose to be really, really gay. That's just fair. Because honestly, like once you realize you're queer, usually what happens is you kind of get more and more queer over time. You know, because in the beginning it might be, oh my god, I need to buy rainbow merch and I need rainbow everything, and which is ironic with a giant rainbow flag behind me, actually, but still. But over time, it might get less obvious to straight people, but you still get so much more queer. So we're all with you, Chameleon. Okay, to all trans guys, the F on your birth certificate isn't for females, it's to pay respect. To all trans women, the M on your birth certificate isn't for male, it's for ma'am. To all my NB friends, the F is for fabulous and the M is for Mamba number 5. I'm gonna cry, this post is just wonderful. This post took a turn, but yeah, that's the cool thing about Germany. When you get your gender marker changed, they literally change your birth certificate. So you won't have this issue, but still, to all the countries that do have this issue, where you just get like your new license with the correct gender on it, to pay respect or have it stand for ma'am is still fair. The F for fabulous for NB friends, also pretty cool. But Mambo number 5? I'm sorry to all AMAB non-binary people. That's either you're gonna think it's super cool or you're gonna think it's kind of weird. But still, the effort was there. Okay, settle it. We kind of have a long story / movie script actually. I'm gonna make a movie where two normal ladies fall in love. Everything's chill, no age gap, they're both out of the closet, their families love them, everything's fine. The catch is that one lady has a cat and the other lady never figured out what the cat's name is, because the owner lesbian always uses a dumb nickname. And now it's been 3 years and they're getting married and it's too late to just ask. Poetic cinema. It's garnering more and more urgency because the cat's importance is growing. The cat is going to be the ring bearer. Oh no. The first lady asks her fiancé if they should get a fancy collar with the cat's name for the wedding, and her fiancé throws her arm around her and says, "Great, would you go do that tomorrow?" The longer I think about it, the more that sounds like a valid conflict to base an entire movie around, and the few problems I could think of that can't have a solid writing solution available. I just want to confirm the spelling before I gave the order, hun. That shit is costly and I only got one form. Oh, just the normal spelling, no crazy vowels or anything. This is so good. Plus, it's not like you can try out likely names and see if the cat responds like a dog might. It's a cat. It's just gonna sit and squint unblinkingly at you regardless, no matter how many names you try. Plot twists. It's not actually a stupid nickname. The cat is really Miss Kitty. Yes. Nailbait lesbian, I love this username. No, the cat doesn't have a name. The cat owner never decided on one, so she just goes with various silly nicknames, but since the fiancé acts like she's aware of the cat's name, the cat owner assumes the fiancé mistook one of the nicknames for the actual name, but she doesn't know which. So the cat owner doesn't know what the supposed cat name is either, and relies on the fiancé revealing it at some point, but it never comes. And she's getting agitated too because she doesn't want to admit she never actually named her cat. Hey, in a similar vein to What If, neither of them know the name because it's neither of the cat. The cat decided to move in about the same time one of the girls did. Both think it's the other one's cat. Both are committing these increasingly elaborate shenanigans to figure out the name from the other. Okay, this is the true women-loving women miscommunication rom-com we deserve. Okay, literally, somebody please make this either a movie or create like a whole series from this. You know, like I don't know if any of you watched Love, Death and Robots. It's basically, it's a series, but like every episode is like its own story and it's not connected at all. And it's like really cool because it has like a lot of like different animation styles and stuff. But anyways, if you do it in that kind of format of you have like the same concept kind of these people don't know what the cat's name is, but just like have it play out in so many variations. That would also be cool. Or just settle on one idea and make a movie out of it. I would be happy with either. I would literally, please, somebody, I'm begging you, please make this like an actual movie. What about people that think it's just plain wrong? God made men and God made women, and there shouldn't be any gender fluidity. Well, God's not real, but I am. Thank you, Trixie. Thank you. But listen, if you want to base your life on a God that may or may not be real, because let's face it, no matter how much you believe in it, you don't ever have any actual proof of it. If you want to base your life on that and live by rules of a certain religion or what a certain God supposedly said, that's on you. Like, you get to do that. It's your life. If that's what fulfills you and makes you happy, go off. Literally just go off. But trying to dictate everyone else's life based on that when so many people don't believe in the same religion or don't believe in a religion at all or in the same God is so fucking rude and stupid. So don't do it. So yeah, she has a point. God's not real, but we are. Me, arriving anywhere at any time. Marvin enters. Homosexual. Light on Marvin. Guess what I got in the mail? Listen. some people, there's apparently a term. Is it actually a term in the English language as well? That's just called like a walkout of someone who's so evidently queer that they don't have to come out. They just walk out. They're just like born, and as soon as they do anything, everyone knows. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting. To avoid perpetuating gender stereotypes, I gave my daughter a mix of dolls and toy cars to play with. This is what happened. Shh, the tiny cars are sleeping. That's really sweet. Listen, the cars had a long day, kind of running around or driving around and having adventures. So now they deserve their night's rest. You know, just like let them sleep in peace. Come on. It's adorable. It's adorable, but please be quiet. They need to sleep. Are you a flannel lesbian, a hoodie lesbian, or a jean jacket lesbian? Me, an intellectual, does all three. Because layers. Is wearing a lot of layers also just very queer? Because it seems like a very queer thing to do. It seems like a very smart thing to do. Unless you very easily get warm, then maybe wear less layers. But still, it seems a very smart and a very queer thing to do. But yeah, I get that it's kind of a funny joke. Because a lot of lesbians might be one of these three. But still, let's not shove each other into boxes and just do all three. Today's gender is no. I feel like I would want to post this in my WhatsApp status like every day. Just post this every day, because who needs a gender? Like, who has the time or energy? You know, because genders are expensive. Cis, or actually just people's opinion on my gender expression. Wow, this is worthless. Again, kind of on the same note of who has the time or the energy for gender. Like, who has that much time or energy on the hand to worry about other people's gender or the way they express said gender? Or express themselves in general. Like, listen, why do you, like, how do you, like, have that much energy to, like, go around, you're, like, out in public, you're in the middle of a town, just, like, shopping, and you have that much time to just, like, rudely stare at other people because you think what they're wearing is weird, or that they shouldn't be wearing something, either because it's not made for their gender, or because you think someone wearing all black is super offensive, or whatever. I don't know, listen, I've been wearing, like, mostly black since, like, 6th grade. And I don't know if that's why everyone always stares at me, but, like, even when I was still, like, pre-transition, before even really figuring out I was trans, everyone looked at me super weirdly. It's rude. Why are y'all like this? Like, listen, how do you have so much time to care? Okay, if hair has a gender, then I have thousands of genders. In fact, I grow new genders every day. In this essay, I will upset the cisheads, or at least the conservatives that still want to hang on to there's only 2 genders, because as if there's ever actually only been 2 genders. But that's not the point. Listen, who gives a shit? Again, this is also one of the, like, how do you have so much time to care what other people choose to do with their body hair? Like, if you actually don't like shaving, or if you actually, like, prefer to be shaved, that's cool. Like, listen, it's your body hair, you get to do what you want with it. But, like, how do you have so much time to worry about everyone else's body hair? Like, why do you even care? Like, you could look at someone and be like, that's not my style, like, I wouldn't want to wear that, or I wouldn't want my partner to have that certain body hair. That's kind of fine, that's kind of personal preference. And that's something you need to discuss either with yourself or your partner. You know, if you're like, hey, whatever, I prefer less body hair, I prefer more body hair, whatever. You know, like, you're an adult, have a conversation with your partner. But to kind of try to dictate what everyone else does with their body hair, it's just ridiculous. Gay kids getting that teen love story only straight kids used to experience just warms my heart. Just adorable. I mean, just adorable. Because why shouldn't they? Just why shouldn't they? It's just adorable. It's just cute, and literally, we love to see it. I'm not legally male, I'm illegally male. I pirated my gender online. You wouldn't download a gender. Oh yes, we would. Oh yes, we would. We would also download a car if it was possible. That's so ridiculous, but being trans is kind of, according to some people, very illegally male or very illegally female. But still, we would most definitely download a gender. Part 1 of 3, things that don't mean you're gay. I don't know, Vicky, how that does look pretty gay to me. I mean, let's be honest here. To be fair, this pun didn't hurt as much. Maybe because the pretending that daydreaming about this kind of thing doesn't make you gay. Because if you're just like kind of picturing it because you're curious about it, but they're just like, yeah, no. But look at the look on this girl's face while daydreaming about this kind of thing. I mean, either Vicky Howe's completely oblivious, or they're trying to be very progressive and it's like, listen, it doesn't mean you're gay. You might be bisexual or you might be pansexual. Like, let's not say gay and straight are the only things, you know? But I kind of have a feeling they're just oblivious. Okay, he is truly the most beautiful human being ever. Wow. You can literally drive to your local gas station and find at least 3 people that look like this. Yeah, I don't know where you live. Maybe I just live somewhere where there aren't that many young people, but I feel like if you live in a bigger city, yeah, you will probably like find at least 3 people that look very similar to this in a grocery store or just on the street or on the subway. Like, literally. I mean, I realized that when you like someone, which is why so many people get really weird about like demisexuality, because they're like, well, obviously if I really like someone, if I'm like romantically interested in them, of course they're gonna be like more attractive to me, which fair, like, of course, the more you like someone, the more attractive they're gonna seem to you. But still, this is I feel like we probably all do this though with the people we find attractive, to kind of be like, okay, no, this is the best looking person ever. Like, how do you not see that? And other people just don't. I feel like we all do this though, but in this case, yeah, you will definitely find a lot of people that look like this. Do you need a man in your life? No. What about a woman? No. You might not need a woman in your life, but you certainly want a woman in your life if you're this hesitant about saying no. That's all I'm saying. Listen, you might not need one, but you want one, and that's okay. Okay, me and my girlfriend were being real gay in an antique store earlier, and the owner says, I think y'all will like these, and gives us a stack of vintage pictures of naked ladies. Hey, listen. She was like, I've had them for a while. And you two seem like the perfect people for these, so here, have them. And I think that's just funny. That's just so funny. Oh, you two make a lovely couple. Why do you have it shoved in everyone's faces? Literally this. The double standard. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because literally, straight people be full on, like, very inappropriately making out, and it's okay, like, it's fine. But if queer people so much as hold hands or give each other like a small kiss, then suddenly it's shoving their sexuality in other people's faces, and you gotta think of the kids and like, how dare you corrupt them. Get out of here with that nonsense. Ah yes, I love the smell of bisexuality in the morning. Mom, I need to tell you something. I'm mixed berry sorbet. Okay, this candle though is really cool. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with scented candles. Like, some I get very headachy from, and some just smell so good. Like, listen, if you walk through IKEA with me, I will smell every scented candle I can find. Because chances are, they've had this candle for a while, or this type of candle, and I know what it smells like, but I forgot if I like it or not. But still, I will smell it. I like scented candles, but sometimes I get headachy, so I don't like them. But this scented candle looks so good. I want a bisexual scented candle. Now, please. Okay, this is just my 2 cents as a non-binary person, but I genuinely think that cis people's gender is just as constructed as trans people's. Cis people love to accuse us of having makeup genders or artificially modifying our appearance, but the entire makeup, fashion, diet, workout, and haircare industry exists so that cis people can maintain the illusion of 2 entirely distinct genders with no overlap. Yeah, everyone is constantly doing drag all the time. In a less fabulous way, but yeah, definitely. Like, everyone is constantly doing things to be feminine or be masculine. Y'all realize it's all made up, right? Literally, it's just made up. Like, if y'all would stop caring about it, we could just literally just sort everything, like clothing wise, for example, by style. We wouldn't have to go to a hair salon and have my girlfriend and I get the same haircut, but since people perceive me as a man, I pay less than her, even though it's the same fucking haircut, or like a very similar length, and she would technically need to pay more, just because she's a woman. Which is bullshit, by the way. We're both non-binary. Anyways, but like, it's so stupid. Everything about gender is just stupid. I hate it. Okay, unless he actually had sex with both men and women, he was not bisexual. If attraction is all it takes, we're all bisexual. Who's gonna tell him? I vote we don't tell him. He's gonna figure it out at some point. And most of all, I think he's gonna say more funny things, so please don't tell him. Like, please don't tell him. I mean, literally, going up to people and be like, hey, I think you might be this sexuality, seems very rude anyways. Or be like, kind of maybe hinting at it and be like, well, are you sure you're straight though? Because attraction is literally what it's about. Might be okay, but I still think he's gonna say more funny things and we shouldn't tell him yet. Sorry, can anybody who's not gay leave? Okay, listen, if you're here watching this video and you're not queer in any form, if you're not here to be like snarky and leave weird comments, you know, literally like looking up queer content just to leave rude comments, if that's not you, then you can also stay. But sometimes this seems like a thing you might want to say. A new pride flag representing trans people who are very tired and would like to take a nice nap. Are we tired, or are we just exhausted from putting up with people's bullshit? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's important, because a nap might help, because if you're napping, you can't listen to bullshit that people say. So I wish us all a very nice nap. This is my gay teacher, the day after one of his students said, "I'm glad gays can't marry here. They kinda scare me, like clowns." Okay, this literally is the coolest teacher ever though. Like, to be fair, when I was still in school, I don't even know why, but I was terrified of clowns. I was literally terrified, until I watched It. I don't know what happened. The original It, by the way. I don't know. I watched it, and then I suddenly wasn't scared of clowns anymore, because I was like, okay, that clown is scary. I get being scared of that clown, but then suddenly other clowns weren't scary to me anymore. Either way, nice. Very well done. Did the dude just have a clown outfit laying around at home, or like the wig and everything? Did he just have it laying around at home, or did he go through the effort to go to a store and buy this stuff? Either way, this is just cool. Homosexuals are not interested in making other people homosexual. Homophobes, however, are interested in making other people homophobic. Ladies, gents, and non-binaries, Stephen Fry, the man who possesses the most common sense of any human on Earth. But that is literally just common sense. Because queer people, We're not trying to trans your kids or turn your kids queer. We literally don't care. We just care that the kids who are queer get to grow up and be authentic to who they are, and that the other kids, or generally every kid, doesn't grow up to be an entire asshole who thinks they get to dictate what other people do with their lives. You know, okay, these days, anyone could be gay, and you'd have no idea. Your cashier might be gay, your bartender might be gay, the guy sucking your dick might be gay. But he said no homo though. He lied. I mean, to be fair, well, with the amount of people, even with queer people being like very well known by now, even now there are people who are like, no, but I can't be gay, like, and just still somehow manage to be that oblivious to it. They still exist. So imagine living in a time where queer people aren't talked about at all, and if they are, they're just immediately being shamed. So you do have a lot of internalized shame, but that's not even the point, because a lot of queer people still have that nowadays. But if people don't manage to realize they're queer when queer people are very much talked about, I can see where the idea of, well, everyone or anyone could be queer now, because technically anyone could have been queer at any given point in time. But now anyone might be gay, and if you're not great at picking up like subtle hints that queer people have that seem to be very common in the community, you might have a hard time telling who's gay. But if another guy is sucking your dick as a guy, then there's gonna be a little homo. He might not be full homo, but everyone can have a little homo as a treat. I know Pride Month's over, but everyone still gets to have a little homo as a treat. Anyways, how did we manage to not get super upset at homophobic people in this video? I'm not sure. I feel like I did rant a little bit, but anyways, I wasn't as mad as I usually was, but I feel like I should do like, are the cis or are the straight again soon, for us to be really mad, because why not? But anyways, that was all the memes for today. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you're hydrated. If not, maybe consider drinking something now, in case you forgot earlier. But either way, I'll be back in 3 days with my next video.